And if you do this, yo.
What you say? You say you sound refreshed.
Doesn't that sound refreshing? Like I'm refreshed?
Folgers. I see you're back in your garage again.
Yeah.
Back in your man cave.
Probably be in the garage for the summer, but I obviously have to move back in the winter because it's so damn cold. But yeah.
How's Reggie?
It's good. A little bit annoyed because I haven't been letting him out as much because the wildfires that are going on. The air is like toxic to breathe here, so you're not supposed to be out much. I still let him out for a while, but
the same thing applies to animals. I mean, aren't they kind of like built for like? I mean, yeah, the same thing applies for animals.
A lung is a lung.
I mean, yeah, better safe than sorry. But like, I think humans are the only creatures that can't literally go to a river and drink. All the other 5 billion species of animals on the Amazon basin or in the African savanna, they can go to a river and drink with hippo feces and crocodile feces. We can't. So
yeah, why is that?
I don't know. I've been thinking about
it. Or can we? It's just there's a risk, you know.
No, you die. Like, what were they doing 10,000 years ago? They were stronger than us. We got soft. So yeah, I'll look it up. But yeah, you can't go to the Nile.
Yeah, you can drink out of a stream. It's just, yeah.
And what's going to happen?
Well, it depends. If you're unlucky, you get the beaver fever. But yeah.
Let's do a fact check.
No, it can happen a lot, though, for sure. It's a lot of it's about stagnant water is the real bad stuff we can't drink. Running water is like it's a hit or miss. Actually, in the boundary waters before they used to have like these filtration things, the practice was that when you were canoeing out in the middle of a river or a lake, you'd go to the middle of the lake and you'd drink right off the top of the lake, because between the UV rays that are coming down and kind of sanitizing it, the fact that it's not stagnant and it's in the middle of the lake, it's generally considered somewhat safe to drink compared to what you'd find around the edges where there's algae growing and where beavers, fish, and you get stagnant pools.
No. So
this was real. This is what they would do.
No, I'm telling you no. So it's not just amoebas being in the water and other bacteria. It's also metals in the water, whether it's a lake, an ocean, whatever. Well, you can't drink from an ocean, period. But whether it's a lake or river, you still have metals that are in the water that don't leave your digestive system. They just stay in there, right? Other toxins
you have to drink metals.
Okay.
Like,
my point is,
it's important.
Like when they pour in pollutants into the river from factories and stuff like that, that's something else that, again, they didn't have to worry about 10,000 years ago. But you definitely have to worry about now because those toxins are in the water probably since the industrial age. So,
yeah, well, the boundary waters is kind of like a protected area, so there's a lot of nature out there, and it's not really it's not polluted at all, really. But
I mean, what you have to do is you have to travel. You have to travel to Tanzania, and you have to visit the tribes out there or the tribes out in that Indian island. Right, that people are forbidden to go to, and when they do go there, they get killed by arrows. And you have to say, "Hey, I got a question for you," and then figure out, well, why are they built differently? I guess evolution, right? Ethnicities, they tend to have biological makeups that are just prone to their environments, right? Or not prone, but
that's why I can drink milk.
I can eat cereal, but I can't if I drink. Oh, that's weird. I used to always drink milk, and then lately, as I age, like my stomach, 50% may get upset, may not.
Yeah, I get that a bit too, but that is a genetic mutation. People who aren't lactose intolerant are like their genetics earned it because of like there was a mutation that happened, or it's really just like an evolutionary trait because when you're living in northern Europe and you've got these cold winters and all you have left over is milk from these cows and stuff and cheese and all of that kind of things. It's like people who could survive on drinking milk, um, like did better than people who couldn't. So even if people got kind of bloated or sick or whatever, anything like that, it was people who handled it the best are the ones who survived those cold winters. So, it's that must have been my ancestors because milk doesn't really bother me much. I don't know, actually, like milk, I used to drink a lot as a kid, but I don't drink it as much as an adult. But my wife bought these like glass containers and she poured like their carafes or whatever, and she poured the milk in it. And for some reason, the aesthetics of seeing milk in a carafe, a glass carafe like that, it makes it look like 10 times more attractive to drink. I don't know why that my brain does that, but you can see the like plastic milk jugs or whatever. Nah, those are not the kinds of jugs I want to drink milk out of. So
Jugs.
that was kind of a joke. If it maybe it's a double entendre. Is that the correct use of double entendre?
I don't even know what that means.
Double entendre. Ladies, get your lipstick up. Did you ever hear that line from that song? I think it was Florida who did it, which is actually Florida, but Florida. It's like, ladies, put your lipstick up. And it's like double entendre. I don't know
What does that word mean?
Double entendre. It's like when it has two meanings, right? Double entendre is a figure of speech or phrase designed with dual meanings. The primary meaning is typically an innocent or literal, while the secondary is an underlining meaning, often risque, suggestive, or socially taboo. It relies on ambiguity and is frequently used to convey an edgy joke without causing direct offense. I think it's basically what they do in Disney movies to get it for adults to be entertained.
How's your project?
Yeah, my project. I haven't finished the table yet. I don't know. How's yours going?
It's going hard. I ran a report this morning. I'm now up to 80% complete with the overall platform. I'm 96% complete with phase one release. So I'm trying to get up to 90% for the overall platform. And when it says complete, it's not talking about like polished professional UI interfaces. It's just talking about overall functional infrastructure being wired up and integrated. Do I trust it? Not right now. What its report, its analysis? Yeah. Dude, I'll let this. Man, I'm running agents damn near like 18 hours out of a 24-hour day, like damn near every day for the past 2 weeks, and I'm approaching 6,000 automated tests now. So I trust it more than other people trust their systems.
Yeah. Well, tests can also just be like execute shit,
Yeah, but remember, I'm Scott Nimrod, so not only do I have like approaching 6,000 automated tests, but I also have maybe once a week, I'll spend like half a day telling it to focus on specific features of the system and make illegal states unrepresentable. Uh, I, I I take time to do tech debt stuff. So I'm continually not only am I building features and testing features, but also I'm taking time to work on the architecture and trying to get the compiler to compensate for what the tests don't do. So, and then I have it impersonate a user trying to complete an objective for a given feature. And I run that. And I do that almost every day, multiple times a day for different features. So
it's just exploratory testing. Like, and that's using the Chrome, like a Chrome plugin or something, like a browser agent.
No, all this is on the codex. It has all the infrastructure. It uses Playwright behind the scenes, but it'll do whatever it needs to do to satisfy your prompt.
It'll do what it takes to satisfy.
But something that was concerning is yesterday it was trying to install Slack, and I just happened to catch it, and so I canceled it. So I can't. Yeah,
sorry.
I
think that's funny.
it tried to install Slack. The prompt was to test this link preview feature and test and ensure that it works.
So like if you drop it in link or something, or in Slack, that it like bubbles up the preview.
Yeah, and I told the impersonate user and their objectives to get something done and test the deep link preview. Deep link is you click on the link and installs the app.
Yeah.
And then it immediately goes to a page that you want the user to go to once the app is installed. It tried to install Slack. I just happened to catch it. I just happened to catch it. So who knows what else is
installing Slack?
Who knows what else is installed on this machine that I don't know about?
Yeah, time for a factory reset.
Dude, I got a business that I now think I'm probably maybe 30 days from launching.
You were close to launching before when you were doing it manually. What happened?
Yeah, I was 90% done 5 months ago.
Yeah. The last 10% takes 90% of the time. I think my internet might be going a little slow right now.
I'm almost done reading my Laws of UX book. I got one more chapter left. I've been forcing myself to drive to like a Starbucks in the evenings, and I'll spend an hour just trying to like get through some chapters. So, yeah.
My video is lagging.
What?
Said I think my video might be lagging quite a bit. It's like looking pretty jittery, but yeah, I've never gone and really worked from a coffee shop before. No.
It's an easy way to get fat.
You just eating lattes?
I mean,
I don't need another easy way to get fat. Damn.
I try not to be like the homeless people and just come in there and charge my phone and do nothing. So I try to like support the business and buy something. But yeah, so I'll try new drinks that are hella sugary. I find it mind-boggling that people will just go inside a Starbucks like they go inside a library. Don't buy anything and just chill there. Like,
Yeah.
or hold up. Or they'll walk up to the counter and ask for a cup of water.
No.
Like, you'll be surprised. And I've watched people get kicked out of Starbucks a lot down here in South, especially in South Beach. Because they'll be homeless and they'll just go in there. Somehow they have cell phones and they'll just charge their phone and just sit there, taking up space. And then other customers don't have anywhere to sit that are paying customers.
That's true. Growing up, my parents told me that they were like, yeah, some people they're poor and they'll come in and they'll like, be grateful because it's like some people can't afford stuff, so they'll go into McDonald's and they'll get a hot cup of water and ketchup and they'll make tomato soup, and that's what they eat. I don't know why that stuck with me, but I don't know. I don't think that that's the case. It's probably just like, this is a public area, but I really don't want to spend money. Sorry, I'm trying to restart something so that my machine won't bog down as much. But yeah, it's like I always feel bad about going in places and not buying something if I'm using their facilities for any purpose whatsoever. So
yeah,
you're driving on a road trip and you go to the bathroom at a gas station. Like, I don't want to buy anything necessarily, but I feel like if I'm going to go in and use the damn bathroom, I better patronize this place, you know?
I mean, that's because you have home training. A lot of people don't. The more urban the area is, the more people lack fathers that actually are held accountable for instilling discipline. So most people take after their mothers. They're worthless. They have no discipline.
Is that like
they're inconsiderate. They have an entitlement issue. Like, they have no fathers in their lives to actually relate to reality. So they act like their mothers. What was your question?
I mean, like, is it like an entitlement thing, or like, because I just have this inherent sense that it's just if I go into especially a smaller place. Like if I go and I go to, let's say I need to go to the bathroom and I stop at a McDonald's to go to the bathroom. Sometimes I won't buy there because I go, you know what? I buy a lot from McDonald's, and it's just like the open relationship of fairness. I've given a lot to McDonald's, you know, and they've given a lot to me, but I don't mind using their bathroom because I know I'm going to patronize them a lot.
Here's my argument. Think about what I just said. As misogynist as it sounds, I don't care. It's the truth. Okay. Think about what how a woman navigates life, and the things that people are willing to do for her that they're not willing to do for you or me when we're by ourselves and when we're not with our children inside that place of business or whatever. Right? They have pretty privilege. People agree that pretty privilege is pretty privilege. So they'll go to a spot. Hey, where's your bathroom? And they'll just go and use the bathroom and then leave and not buy anything, right? They do it all the time, right? Then they have kids and they continue to do it all the time, right? And so then the kids say, oh, okay, this is how things work. You ask for something, you consume it, and then you leave. You don't give anything back, right? It doesn't really work that way with guys, right? Or at least it's not sustainable. So that's my point.
I don't know. There's a lot of people, men too, but maybe it's just men raised a certain way, or maybe
is what I do.
Have less means. I don't know.
This is what I do. There's times where my stomach has really been upset, and I've done this a couple of times, right? And I live in a touristy town, right? Mm-hmm. So I'll be like, especially if it's a business that I don't have a history with, I'm like, I really need to use your bathroom. I have $5. Please let me use your bathroom. Right? You're giving something for something, right? I'm telling them your bathroom is going to be closed so that not even you can use it for the next 10 minutes. but I'm willing to
Want
give
to
you
rent your
five.
bathroom for $5?
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
willing to get. But my situation is so serious. I'm giving you $5 so you can put it in your pocket to let me handle something that I really need to do. Like
Use it to buy an air wick or some
like
air freshener.
yeah. No, would a woman be doing that? No, because she expects her looks to say, "Oh, I need to use your bathroom. Can I use your pretty please?" All right. With me, I'm not beautiful, so I have to pay money to use someone's bathroom. Yeah, that's my thesis.
And then what about women that aren't pretty though?
They tell them that the bathroom's not a service. Same thing they tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know. There's never really been many places that I've gone where it's like bathrooms are for aren't available to patrons. So I mean, there are a few, but it's pretty rare. Is it the end of the month yet? Next week, 1 week, and then I'm on a cruise. Good. Out of here.
You're excited?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm kind of nervous a little bit too because I've been like really. I remember that first cruise being really good, and I'm afraid this one's not going to be as fun. And I'm going to be like, oh, maybe I don't actually like cruising, but I also hope I do like it a lot and get out of my shell a little bit and I'll meet some people or something. But yeah, it's I don't know. Just get on the ship and relax. Eat as much as you want. Drink as much as you want.
Yeah.
If you don't fall overboard.
I miss. I told you for my birthday, I went to X Carat.
Where? What?
X Carat in Mexico when I was in the Riviera Maya.
Oh yeah. I just didn't know it was called X Carat. Okay.
Yeah, it was like a 7-star resort, and
7 stars.
all I did was eat.
7.
Yeah, they got 7-star resorts.
That was like 5 stars to top.
Yeah, then they got 7. There's no 6, and then it goes to 7.
So it's like turning it up to 11.
Yeah. It's kind of like how there's no 13th floor, but there's a 14th floor, right? You have 5-star, then you have a 7-star. So
gotcha. All inclusive.
It was not. I paid $5,000 for that vacation, man. It was the most expensive vacation.
Yeah, but it's all inclusive, right? Yeah. I think that's about what I paid.
Have you paid $5,000 for just you and your chick?
Well, I think with just my family, that's about what I'm paying to go on this cruise.
Yeah, that's like 2 other people. That's a family of 4. I'm talking about just 2. Yeah. Cut that in half, right?
I would have paid that much for just my wife and I to go. Like sometimes I have to sit back and my wife and I have to remind ourselves that we're not poor, like really poor, Like, well, I don't know if this
like
ever
going to McDonald's and getting a hot water and then putting ketchup in it and calling it soup.
Well, it's like we debated. So there's with Carnival Cruise Line, there's a thing called JG Wentworth. That's my alarm. Fuck. Anyways, with Carnival Cruise Line, there's this thing called Faster to the Fun. It's like you get to go through the priority boarding line.
Faster to the Fun, FTTF, is a paid cabin-wide package that grants priority cruise perks.
I didn't ask you. Why are you talking to me, phone? I just had I got a new S26 Plus and it switched to it last night finally. I don't know, that thing was pissed off. But anyways, there's a thing called Faster Fun, and it's like like you skipped a prayer. I'm like, that sounds like it'd be worth doing. Maybe, there's not a lot of perks to it, but it was like, I don't know, $125 for the cabin to get it. And we went back and forth on whether it's worth that $125 for quite a while. And I'm just like, you know what? I got to remind myself that's really not that much. I'd drop that on a bottle of, like, if we wanted to go to the liquor store, I'd buy that and booze in a day. If we went to like a really bigger restaurant with people, I've had bills that have been that much. It's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. But I have to there's this whole entire process that I think my wife and I have to go through whenever we're buying stuff of like, do we really need this? Is it worth the money? We're so stingy about things. Like I don't know if it's a Midwestern thing or what. I thought it was maybe a Midwestern thing, but we just didn't grow up with the idea that like you spend money on stuff. It's like, no, you gotta save and you gotta not spend, and not buy extras and not go all out kind of a deal. But I'm slowly kind of cracking some of that. It's probably a good thing to have, that attitude towards money, but I'm slowly trying to like crack myself of that and give myself a little leeway. Like when I bought the $200 a month Claude plan for a while, it was like, you know what, that's a lot, and I shouldn't be paying for this, but it's really not that much given what you're getting right now out of it. So why don't I just do it?
Yeah, the argument is there's a consensus that there's going to be a government bailout for Claude and GPT, and so these tokens, get them while you can, because the price is going the price isn't sustainable, especially for ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, for GPT for sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's that's a big scare, because it's like, what happens when all of a sudden you've built all of your infrastructure around AI and then you get the bait and switch and now it's like 5 times more expensive? Do you go back to just hiring people to do it? Do you go back to just, like, I think about it now, and that's one of the things that worries me about my next job change is like, what if they want me to do regular coding again and I've just like lost the ability to do it because I'm not doing it every day? Like, I'm using AI to write all the code. I'm still thinking about structure and the problems to solve. And I feel like that knowing what to build and where to build is half the battle. But if you don't get intimate with your code and know what's going on, I don't think you've got as much ability to do that kind of thing. And you slowly lose these skills that you've built for years and years. And then if they pull AI out, it's like, do you really want to go back? I don't know. I guess I don't know. You're still doing a lot of manual stuff at your work, right? Or is it like
at work? Yeah,
it's for everything.
At work, no. At work, they want you to spray you on AI. All right. They I'm trying not to get fired. No, I still.
Yeah, you can be vague.
We have Copilot, which I really am not a fan of that interface. I think with Copilot, you have to have a dual monitor set up at bare minimum. And so I'll ask it some questions, especially about bugs or whatever. But no, I still go through motions of writing code. Yeah. Not for my personal project, but at work I do.
Yeah. I haven't touched a line of code in a while. Like, I don't know when the last time I actually sat down and wrote it out, but it's kind of like one of the things I do miss is, and this sounds weird, is thinking through link chains, like I missed this specific thing is taking a giant collection of stuff, and you could say this is SQL or whatever too, but thinking about how to use the functions that link gives you to reduce that into some other, and map and do the whole reduce map and
map filter reduce.
Yeah, map filter reduce.
In this case, if it's C#, in C#, it's
select.
Map is select.
Where,
filter is
where.
Select where and fold. No,
aggregate. Yeah. It sounds way worse though. Select where aggregate. Obviously, we need to select. Yeah, and the reason they did that is because they wanted it to feel closer to SQL, right? Because the whole point was to do this EF thing and all that. But I miss thinking about like, all right, I've got these collections of data, and I need to use not just those, but select many and distinct and like group bys, and like you've got all of these like tools, right? And there's this chain where you just have to map and think about, what if I do it like this? What if I group it and then I do this, or like carry data along the way through the chain, but then at the end do a map separately so you've got all the data. How do you collect it all in sequences of collections and do that whole railway chaining of things? Like I miss that mental exercise of doing that. Take sets of collections and reduce it to some new collection or derive some new thing out of it. I miss that a lot. I don't know. There was something fun about it. But yeah, now like the Claude just gets it. So I don't even need to do that, which is kind of lame. Just everything you get for free. No thought whatsoever. But there is a lot of shit that I don't miss. Like I was telling someone yesterday, like when you have like an API and it has a different surface than what you're querying or whatever, or the feature, service behind it, and you have to do like just plumbing mapping, like map these 10 things, but not this thing. And I don't like using like libraries like AutoMapper because I don't know why we would optionally choose to use a dynamic mapping system in a static language, like a statically typed language, because you lose all of your type safety. And so you can use tests to solve for that, but tests are still a runtime thing. Like I want to know when at the point of compiling that I've chosen to map everything and everything was explicitly done. No.
I think
I'll hand that off to AI every day of the week.
I think one of the top 3 savers is UI UX. Like I can't do UI UX. I can make things look okay, but it still won't look professional.
Honestly, I don't think any of these could do UI UX very well.
Well, you have to keep iterating on it. It won't, at least with Codex, it's not going to knock it out the park the first time. But if you do like 8 rounds of iterations, it gets you closer to what you need. The question is, how much did that cost you when you're running it in the highest compute?
Since you're doing like front end now with AI, I'm assuming you're not hand rolling it. Are you still using Blazor for that then, or are you did you move to React or?
No, I'm still using Blazor.
Okay. How do they structure Blazor? Like that's one thing that I know how a Vue or React application is structured, but I've never really looked at how do you still create solutions for them, or is it all just like server side structured? I don't know. I'm curious if like
Well, I mean, Blazor they have server side, they have like server and client.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
curious what your architecture looks like for
I looked at it and it was inconsistent across different directories of my Blazor web app.
Are you doing things in like vertical slices then, or is it just one big monolithic type thing?
No, for the Blazor app, it's a monolith. For the mobile app, it's a whole bunch of different libraries. For the Blazor app, it's a single project with a whole bunch of different directories. That I didn't design the infrastructure or the architecture for the Blazor app.
You said, oh, you didn't design it, so you just let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess early on, I worked on some like tooling, local tooling for myself for work trees and things, and like I'd set up an architecture of like I want it to be a command based architecture, so every command has got its own like thing, and you chain commands and whatever. And it did okay for a while, but then very quickly it just started doing a lot of duplication. Like it's like you have to aggressively tell it to dedupe and make very clear the libraries and stuff. And that's why I was wondering, like, how do you structure reusable components in Blazor, or is it literally building every single time it builds a thing? Is it building a new version? So if you have like a table A over here, table B, and you want consistency between those two tables or grids or buttons or whatever, is it manually styling them all at the same time, or do you have like a core UI library that you're building up, or are you using a UI library directly, or is it all just straight up its own thing?
Well, I'm trying to show you. For whatever reason, it's not letting me pull down. The UI is not letting me pull down latest. Why can't I pull down latest? I guess I have to use the command line. I don't know how to use the command line.
Just git pull.
Let me say git status. That's the only thing I remember.
Git pull.
All conflicts fixed, but you're still merging. I am.
Oh. Git commit dash.
No, I'm not. No, how do I undo? I'm not merging anything. I don't want to merge anything.
With a pull? So you've like deviated or whatever? Well, no. You have to do git merge. Yeah.
Well, I'm on my PC. I don't do development work on my PC, but I was going to share my screen to show you.
Just go and click on your link on your Mac and then share from there. Or do you not know how to log into the account?
You said do what? I'm not.
Just
no, I'm not.
On your Mac. Just open Chrome on your Mac and open your StreamYard one and just admit yourself and then present from that machine.
No, that's too much work.
It isn't. It's just like it's.
It sounds complicated. It sounds
PS4 U4 Y rad.
Sounds complicated. Here, I'll show you. Even though this is probably a month out of date, your questions about the architecture.
Yeah, architecture. Yeah, like how things are constructed.
Where's Gambler at?
He's gone for the next 6-7 weeks or something like that.
Oh well, it says I have 2 observers.
Maybe was it Kevin Hawthorne from Florida or something like that? Maybe it's him.
You should be able to see my screen now. Oh, this is the web app. If I do a scope to this. There's a marketplace directory.
Anything else?
Platform admin directory. I don't know what page this is.
If you open up, yeah. Okay, so you literally define these all as like CSHTML type thing. So it's very much like Razor based. Is that I haven't done anything with Blazor. Like I always assumed the use case, or figured that the best use case for Blazor was when you're building internal. You have a .NET team, you're building internal web apps, and for the enterprise, and it makes sense there. But yeah, so under marketplace, how much is there? I'd expect to see a lot more here.
I said this is a month old because I wasn't able to play this. Yeah.
Well, do a poll, man.
It says I have a look at this. It says all conflicts fixed, but you are still merging. So how do I get out of this? How do I just undo without having to just delete everything? Just pull down a new repo.
Do git status. What does git status tell you?
That's what it told me. Hold on.
Oh, so you have local commits. You said this is a month out of date, so you don't care, right?
I don't have local commits. I don't have anything in here.
You're okay. Yeah. So do on the command line do commit or sorry.
Abort.
Yeah, abort it. Yeah, abort. Then do like a git reset hard -- hard or whatever. Or do a git fetch and then do a.
Hold on. You said get hard?
Yeah, I want you to get hard. Git reset hard. It's -- hard, not soft. I did some soft.
Okay. Joke's over.
Merge.
Where does it emerge?
Why is it trying to do that? Just go to the command line and just do type abort mission. Just go to the command line and do it. Screw that.
Hold on. Wait.
Okay, so you got that.
I want to reproduce it.
Changes. You probably have unpushed changes locally. So you need to do a hard reset to origin main, or master rather, for you. Geez, man, people didn't.
All right. I'm listening. All right, so you want me to type what? You said git reset?
Yeah, was it git reset -- or git reset? I want to say it's git reset, and then it should be origin/master, and then without the -- and then you'd go -- hard. Go hard. You got to remove the -- in front of origin and put an I after the R versus organ. Origin.
I spell for this.
It's an I right there. Yeah.
I tried to.
You need an I there. Why is it not putting an I? Oh.
It's slow.
Oh, yeah. I believe that will reset it. Try that. I don't think it's going to mess anything up because you're not using.
You don't think or I don't.
Well, it's not gonna mess anything up on what you're like on origin or whatever. Yeah, no, this should reset it to what you have on origin master.
Hold up.
Did you enter it?
No, I'm gonna double check you.
Well, I'm not trying to install Slack on your machine. That's for sure. Git reset will reset it. But yeah, you want to give it head, man. That's what I'm telling you. And the bigger question is that the correct command? I know it's not going to mess anything up for you because I use that command myself. But is it the one that's actually going to reset it? Does git reset origin main that actually set you to latest from main?
All right, so I'm going to hit enter.
Yeah, you might need to do a git fetch, and then do that again. You want to do git fetch origin, and then do a git reset hard origin main. Yeah, master rather. Sorry, git fetch. Git fetch will pull it from the thing without actually trying to integrate it into your current branch. So to run that, git fetch origin or git fetch will just work. So it's going to pull down all that code that you've been writing. Should, right? Okay, and then do git reset -- hard origin / master. People in tech did not spend their entire 2019 years fighting for us to drop master from things, only for someone who doesn't care about that to still use the term master for their main.
You said do this?
Fucking with you. Yeah. I don't know if that should work. I wonder if the so there we go. Update and everything. Give me all the files. It says. So you got a lot of diffs probably that need to be done. It is pretty slow though. That's a lot of changes. Head is now do a git status to make sure everything's good.
Nimrod.
Refine approval. Responsive group. Doctor, give me the news. The case of loving.
Oh.
Did it work? Well, there's a ton of stuff there. Why isn't it loaded yet? There's probably so many changes. Visual Studio is choking to death on it. Yeah, there's a lot in there. Bookings, client delivery, client mandates, command center.
Did it really get everything? Why is it showing deleted or what looks like deleted?
I think it's I think it's trying to parse all that stuff through the LSP and all that, because you just imported a shit ton of code, right?
Yeah, but this stuff shows deleted. I mean, maybe it should, but
try refreshing Visual Studio, maybe reopening the solution. I think it's trying to actually process all that, but I can't be certain. It's just loading projects, Got a lot of stuff to load. It's a big solution now.
Yeah, and I've been on my MacBook. I've been building everything in Writer.
My ambitions.
You remember
rider.
You remember the shortcut? You remember the shortcut to collapse everything in your Solution Explorer?
Never used it, so no.
I think it's Control MO. Hold up. What did that do? It's not Control MO. Shift Control MO. Oh. How do you close everything in your solution? I used to know this.
I hate this. I hate this concatenation that you have.
Hold up. I used to know this. How do I collapse everything in
Good morning. Welcome to the world, sunshine. This is how we get there.
Anyways. All right. So you were saying that applications, web app. You're right.
Yeah, they're there now. Yeah, I was just chugging on it. It was like, I got too much, man. I can't handle it. But
all right. So what do you want to dig into?
I just wanted to see what this. So it is like based on. It's good. It's using like screaming architecture, right? Like you can see. Oh, this is about configuration and continuity and the parts of it. But if you go into like, what's a good module for you? Community command center, maybe. The command
Creator
center.
Creator YouTube.
Like, what is that? What does that do? And are these just view models in there? So it's not doesn't live aside. It's like, or do you actually put the templates for HTML in there too? I've never looked at a Blazor extension.
Well, I mean, all this looks like business logic. The pages are. I thought there was a folder called Pages that we just looked at. These are the pages.
Oh, I vomit. I hate this structure. I don't know. It's weird. Like folder structure matters so much to me. It used to, anyways, because I want things to be as co-located as possible.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like I want everything to be like these tiny little apps, and you just put all these tiny little apps together, and it makes one bigger app. Rather than thinking about it as like, here's a big thing, and I need to spread it out based on architectural type. So I'm going to create a thing called Pages, and I'm going to create a thing called Models, and I'm going to put everything in those. And it's like,
you mean horizontal? You mean horizontal architecture?
Vertical. Yeah, I freaking hate that. Vertical is great. Like, oh, if you're going to have bookings, it's like there's bookings, and that handles bookings, and there's a way that bookings gives like will offer things to other things. Basically, I like this standard kind of like hexagonal architecture thing where you clearly define your inputs and outputs, and create seams between things.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like you have to go around, like, to piece together a picture of what you're building. You have to use a bunch of different things, and I've always hated that. But anyways, yeah. But anyways, so this is what it's actually. These are the Razor pages for it, and it's just using standard Razor syntax, but it's done in the browser. And what are you using for CSS then? Is it like?
You're asking a lot of questions.
It's using BEM. Okay, I think.
I hit enter.
Yeah, you're using blueprint branding tabs. No, it's probably very inconsistent in terms of what it's using. Yeah, it's writing a lot of CSS manually.
Yeah, so CSS is
CSS, so yeah. So it stores it as a file alongside its page versus in a single file type thing. It's good that Visual Studio creates a logical view for you like that. But yeah, see how much custom CSS you're doing here with with like a proper UI library. Most of that stuff shouldn't be needed. It's like small tweaks here and there or whatever, but you have a language basically that you speak in terms of like, these are the components and their structure, and then you compose them in ways. But with CSS like this, it's like, all right, let's say you want to change the margins to give more spatial feature across your entire site. You have to do it in every single one of these things independently. There's no continuity to it if it's doing like this and not using a solid library.
I'm just trying to get to market. I could use AI to structure it vertically and do all this other stuff later. As long as I got my 7,573 tests, I think I'm okay. See that?
Yeah, that's a lot of tests.
Yeah. It's my dream. I have wet dreams over this type of test coverage, code coverage. I'm about that life. So,
I mean, I could write 7,573 tests for an add function. Just make sure that 7,573 different ways of adding numbers of different number combinations all work.
nope. I have property testing here too. So that reminds me, I need to add some.
Do you have
property
architecture tests? Have you done much with the architecture tests?
I have my infrastructure as code solution right here.
No, like architectural tests even in the like .NET space. I use them sparingly, but it does help for certain things.
What to make sure that to make sure you enforce like vertical sliced architecture and to make sure certain files don't get into certain directories, like stuff like that.
Yeah, or like so I've written some where it's like at the API layer, let's say, I'll make a different enum to represent an enum that is in the domain, like a subset or something like that. But I want to make sure that every single value is accounted for in the mapping. There's not a great way to do that. You can sort of cheat with like functions, but I've written architecture tests to make sure like, and maybe this is even an architecture test, but like, I guess that'd be more of a mapping test. But I have written ones where it'll go through and it'll make sure like everything in this namespace should have this particular controller as its like base controller, so that nobody accidentally uses the wrong base controller within this structure, which would give you different attributes and cause you to like whatever.
No, I don't have that.
Yeah, architecture testing is kind of fun. You can also do tests like this package shall never, like this package of view model shall never ever reference the views project, you know, and you can put the tests and you can put constraints in so that somebody doesn't accidentally create a reference between packages that shouldn't talk to each other. Actually, I should put some of those on them. Like I have a very specific folder structure that I like to use for things and project structure based on different relationships between things that are like centered around hexagonal. And the main thing is that the core package cannot reference any other packages other than like common, libraries or whatever. But it's very easy for someone to come in and be like, oh, I'm just going to create a reference between this core and some peer core, right? Package or assembly or project or whatever you want to call it. And so like you kind of need to put in constraints to say, okay, this thing shall never talk to this thing or whatever. And you could write that as an architectural test so that, you prevent people from being like, oh, the simplest way for me would just be to create a direct linkage between these two things rather than using creating an abstraction and then defining that an adapter in another package to that abstraction, such as your core is always like it's always pure function. But I don't know. Except for the database. I don't do that with databases though. I don't put abstractions around the database anymore with the entity framework. Like, no, I'm never going to create a work in iRepository ever again. Just going to
never mess around. I'll never mess around with it. How's your running going?
Well, it was great until this the Canadian wildfires decided to happen.
Man up,
dude! It's more toxic for me to go. Oh, I could
go into a gym, run on a treadmill.
Yeah. Run one. Go to the gym to run 1 mile on the treadmill and come back. Like, no, it's just not worth the effort. I'll just rest up and I'll do it on Monday or Sunday, or as soon as the air isn't toxic, which might be today. It's looking a lot less hazy out there than it did. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's looking a lot less hazier out there.
Just
today.
Run with a COVID mask. You'll be straight.
I don't have any, man. I was never a masker. Like, I'd wear them if I had to, but
yeah, neither was I. That thing was so stupid. I got into so many arguments with people. I'm like, why do I need to adjust my lifestyle for people that are already on their way out? Like, and they're like 10% of the population. People
I'm
don't
in.
like that argument.
I'm in the according to airnow.gov. My town is still in the unhealthy category of stuff. What's your zip code in Miami? It's Miami zip code.
It's 33154.
33154 representing. So you have a current air quality is moderate. So you're great, man. You have a score of 59.
Well, occasionally, like
I have
once a
a score
year,
of
the
106.
Everglades, like once a year, the Everglades catches on fire, and you can smell it all the way here from like 30 miles away.
Yeah, see, it says like primary pollutant is blah blah blah. It says people with heart disease or lung, older adults, children, teens, they need to be like completely out of it. But like for adults, everyone else, it's like choose less strenuous activities. Don't like walking, not running. Don't breathe hard. Shorten the amount of time you're outside. Be active outdoors when air quality is better. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of crap. But dude, have you seen Detroit and what they broke the charts, man, with their air quality this week?
No,
They're in so like I was like 169 pollutant. They're at right now it's 361. Everyone should stay indoors and reduce activity levels.
what is going on? What fire?
The Canadian, like there's these big forests in Canada and they're catching fire because there hasn't been rain.
Why? Oh,
Because of lightning strikes. So we had a bunch of storms come through. Lightning started fires, and then it went away. Then the wind picked up and everything got dry, and now there's just these massive fires raging.
fires aren't normal, right?
Fires are normal.
No. From a planetary perspective, fires are not normal.
Yes, they are. This was an all-natural phenomenon.
Mm-mm. There's fires don't exist on Mars. They don't exist on other planets. It's only Earth right now, based on the chemical composition of Earth. That's something that I learned. In the movies, they make fires normal in like Star Wars and outer space, but it's a phenomenon that Earth harbors that isn't common across the universe, well, across our solar system.
So does it have to be like a carbon-based thing? It's because it's all carbon-based, carbon and oxygen.
From what I consumed, it's a combination of that stuff. Yeah.
Kind of like tornadoes aren't common or don't happen outside the U.S.
Really?
You ever hear about a tornado ravaging Africa or China or Europe?
No, but I thought one of the characteristics of a hurricane or a typhoon is there's spawns of like tornadoes.
No, well, I don't know. They might be called something else, but
Water spouts.
Know them. Tornadoes are a unique phenomenon based on the structure of the United States and the like mountain range, and the way that air comes down off the mountains and stuff. Like it is like there's very few tornadoes.
Yeah, but we get tornadoes in Ohio too. I mean, but yeah, the bulk of the tornadoes are in like Oklahoma and all those other cities or states.
Yeah, Tornado Alley. It's basically like you have the Rockies here, and then the air comes down, and this is Tornado Alley. It's between the two mountain ranges.
I'm gonna watch the movie Twisters again.
Yeah, like tornadoes happen elsewhere, but it's it's a rare occurrence compared to like if you look at I'm looking at some of these like ones. The hot zones for tornadoes are right in basically like the upper part of Texas, all the way up through like the Midwest. So. But yeah, like so much for that. Yeah, tornadoes are an interesting phenomenon. Twister, the hot spot.
I'm gonna.
It's 7:41 already. How did we went by fast?
My YouTube feeds are full of watch reviews and Safari videos.
Are you gonna go on a safari now? Is that your next thing?
No, man, my job tells me no more vacation for you. I'm like, let me hurry up and go to market with this platform.
I decided a long time ago, well, not too long ago, but fairly like since I've done remote work, that if I ever got denied vacation time, I would just quit on the spot. Like that would be my be like, all right, see ya.
Well,
I'm not playing this game. I don't take it willy nilly, and I don't take a lot. So I feel like when I do take it, I better get approved. And I'm not gonna take it when I'm like, I know I'm under the gun. It's like if I go to a vacation and we're under the gun on something, it's because they made bad decisions, not because I made bad decisions.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, the economic climate is different now.
I think it's not bad, dude. I'm looking at stuff and there's still job postings. It's terrible for
their job postings. They're not. They post jobs. They don't hire people. That's the difference.
Like my company's hiring people. Like we hire people.
When's the last time you hired somebody?
Just like this last week or something. Like, yeah. And we've got like interviews for other people across many positions. It's the hiring's still happening. It's just the entry level is getting gutted. And the process of hiring is sort of broken because people are like, because AI can just submit a billion perfectly formatted resumes that you don't know if any of it's really real. So, but I don't know.
So how did the people that got hired at your job, they were referred by other employees?
Yeah, referral. It seems like referrals, are the key. Not all of them, but yeah. The last one we hired was a referral. So, but yeah, I don't know. When's the last time you've submitted to jobs just to see? Like, do you submit? Well, I don't want to get you in trouble. You don't have to talk if you're.
I applied through a website, like through a company website, maybe a month ago, and never heard back. And I know the lead mobile developer at that company. I called him like 2 weeks ago. He was like, I don't know. Like, okay. So it's like, why do you have why are you posting that you're hiring for this specific position? And
sometimes it's to give somebody internal a promotion, but they have, based on their own rules, they have to like post it and all that. That does happen sometimes. And sometimes you can try to apply for if you know that's happening, you can try to apply for the job that they're moving out of. Like, oh, they're going to a lead designer or lead product, whatever. And so then there's a senior position that will be open like right after that one gets filled because they're using it as a means to promote someone. They need to give everyone in the business like an opportunity to apply. But yeah, I don't know. Are you using LinkedIn normally, or are you using Indeed, or?
Oh, I'm not. I haven't been aggressively like looking for jobs. I literally went to the company website of a colleague and applied through the company website. I don't even go to LinkedIn. The times I do go to LinkedIn, I see that I have like half a dozen messages of people asking me if I'm interested. But,
Dude, and you're like, oh, there's no jobs. Well,
yeah, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's see. My name is Scott. I keep saying I'm on the
it costs
block.
nothing to do the easy applies.
I'm on the block. I'd be like, gee, you not. All right.
Write my tests, I create a mock.
Scott Nimrod, Microsoft Certified Azure Solutions Developer, AZ204. Let's see.
Messages. Hey, Scott. Remote role. Oh, remote role. Dude, opportunity for an IT architect. Man, there you go. That one looks like we're trying to back from coastline, liner, build comprehensive sales platform.
Oh, it says sponsor.
Here, I'll give you a job to apply for. You put it in. Go to collectors. I spot this one and it reminded me because I worked at T Studio.
Yeah, so I already applied to this one. I gave him my resume. What was this? This was July 6th. Now it's July 17th. Haven't heard back.
We never replied here, though.
Or did they post that?
They posted it. You never replied, man. Tisk, tisk, tisk. My rate's $700 an hour. Bill me. That's what you say, right? Damn it. Got that stuck in my head now.
I keep it real. My name is Scott. I'd be like, yo, I'm ill. This is right here.
Yeah, you get a lot more messages than I do. Sure.
They don't call me. Look at this, 35 to 60 an hour.
Call me maybe. Hey,
Oh, thank you.
I just met you. This is crazy. Here's my number. So call me maybe.
I don't.
It's hard to look right.
I'm sorry, but I don't really take offshore recruiters seriously. Yeah, I'm about to send my resume.
Just respond to them all. But you see, you're still like people are still recruiting. People are still trying to find people for jobs.
I don't think so.
It's not completely dead. It's not dead. I think they just want you to believe that so people don't go jumping around.
If they really wanted to find me, they could find my number. They really could.
Well, yeah, they don't. They're blasting to see if they get any leads. So you have to appear warm before they start investing in you. They don't want to have. They're not necromaniacs or whatever. Shalini wants to connect. And
What is this? What was this? Did I meet him last weekend?
I don't know. Last weekend was a blur.
I met a realtor. It's a Jewish guy, Jewish Argentinian, when I was bicycling. And he was kind of talking my head off. He was really into what he was doing. I don't know if this is him or not. I think it is. but I don't see any real estate. He's a corporate athlete. What does that mean?
He's on a team, corporate athlete. Means he practices, maybe. I don't know. I like that, corporate athlete.
Oh no, that's not the person I met over the weekend. Yeah, I don't arbitrarily just add people. Like if you're not a developer or like a decision maker, I don't really want to just add a whole bunch of recruiters to my LinkedIn. I'm Scott Nimrod, man. Like I want a higher quality like following. I don't want to just add recruiters.
I tend to not add people unless I know them or know like there's some reason they should be talking to me. Like I get stuff from like foreign people all the time asking me to like, oh, I'm a student, and they're clearly trying to build out a network so that they can try to find a job to stay in the U.S. or whatever.
Yeah, I've been getting that a couple times. I got messages from people that they'll send me like I don't know why this one guy he gives my number to people. He gives my number to like Indians and Chinese people, and then they'll call me like, "Hey, can we work out an arrangement where there's this job that I want, but I need you to interview for it, and then I'll do the work, and then we could decide on a percentage. Also, with your current job, can I just work that job for you, and you don't have to do anything?" And I just ignore them.
You ever play the game of like you get a job recruiter thing, but then you're like, okay, I'm going to figure out what the actual underlying job is and go direct apply to it, because if you apply through a recruiter, they get the money. So I think you're actually less inclined. They have to be pretty damn desperate to use recruiters in places.
The question is, does that recruiter actually have a relationship with the employer? If that recruiter has a relationship with the employer, then who cares? As long as I'm getting the money that I want, I don't care. I don't care if they get $1 million if I'm getting like $200,000. I don't care if it's secure in the bag for me. But
a bunch of invitations I wasn't aware of.
my man's wearing a tuxedo. Yeah, she's cute.
This person.
She's ... Yeah. I don't know any of these people in my network. Oh, because they're not in my network. Oh, that's why. Okay.
I was just thinking the other day about like if I go get a job, it's like, oh, I should just go try to find their engineers and talk to them. But then I just saw a message where somebody did that to me, and I'm like, I don't like this. So definitely not doing that.
Well, that's LinkedIn. I got a Monster account, and I got
Is Monster still a thing?
I mean,
like
the platform
is still use Monster.
The platform is still there. Hey,
like when I look at stuff, I've looked at LinkedIn, Indeed, Well Found. I've even gone to like the I have gone to the job boards on what is it? What's the company you were applying for to do the startup thing with? It was oh my god, why am I blanking? Dude, my brain doesn't work anymore.
My brain both my heads don't work.
The double entendre. No. What's the company that does the startup incubator type thing that you were applying to?
Y Combinator.
They have a job board. Yeah, Y Combinator has a job board. I've looked at them, and I've applied to a few jobs through them. Well Found is very similar because that used to be tied to AngelList. So if you're looking for like startup jobs, those are not too bad. And there's Indeed, LinkedIn, and I've looked at Dice too a little bit, but Dice is kind of dicey, pun intended.
When I first moved to Miami, I met this girl. We hung out a couple times. Then I think she moved back to St. Louis.
Any reason to go visit St. Louis? What the hell is that? Is that like a toy figure? Or is that somebody literally rappelling from a quadcopter? Oh, yeah. Huh. They're using quadcopters to get people off of roofs or something? Or out of danger? Oh, there's flooding. I see.
It's the biggest quadcopter I've ever seen. Look at this. I'm just scrolling. I'm scrolling like a chick. Like her.
Which one?
This one right here.
Ah, very nice.
All right. Yeah, you could. There's a reason why I don't do social media.
You
Because
get,
then you just keep
sucked
scrolling and scrolling. Yeah, you just keep scrolling and scrolling. All right,
well done. Just go to the job board then. Look at Indeed. Indeed, I think, has got pretty good. They sync in with Glassdoor too, so you can use Glassdoor to see if companies are any good.
Oh, you see this?
Yeah. You trying to turn white?
Close.
I can help you transition.
I was bicycling.
First, we're going to get you to drink milk.
This happened 2 weeks ago. I was bicycling, and I made a sharp turn. I fell off my bike, and I scuffed up my kneecap, my elbow, my arm. My first time falling off a bicycle since I was a kid. And I felt hard.
Speaking of that, your bike's still in the shop? You got it back yet?
Yeah, man. I called yesterday. They called me back. They're like, I promise you'll have it next week. Like, I've went this whole summer without a motorcycle. And I got paid like over $5,000 to get it out the shop. Well, you know what I could do with $5,000 in the Dominican Republic? A lot.
Something with donkeys, maybe?
Well, they don't have donkeys in the DR.
I'm thinking Turkey. Well, they did in Turks and Caicos. When we went to Turkey. Oh, have you ever been to Nassau? Like, is there anything worth doing there? So Nassau is one of our port days.
I've only been to Bimini. Bimini is a small island, but it's cool. Like, they have their own little nightlife. Now, I think Nassau is the big dog. It's the big dog of the Bahamas.
Yeah,
I think they have Atlantis. Well, hold up. There's Nassau and there's Grand Bahama. I guess they're different. I don't know if they're different.
Yeah, Nassau's the capital, and that's like one of our stops. So we're going to Celebration Key, which is a private one that Carnival has, and then we're going to Nassau. A lot of people say don't just stay on the boat at Nassau, apparently, because they're like, yeah, you get off and people are going to be aggressively harassing you for their services and goods, and most of their stuff is just imported. Like, there's no local crafts if you're trying to look at that scene. And then the beach even has got people who will try to rent you jet skis that aren't above board, and there's no safety stuff, and there's been sexual assaults on the beach, and I'm like, oh geez, dang. Nassau doesn't sound like a great place. Maybe it would be better just to stay on the boat. I think we're going to get off and play it by ear. Get off and look around and say, does this suck? If it sucks, we're just going to go right back on the boat. Hang out. The son will be able to go in the pool without a million people on it.
I think I should be going to work now.
Alrighty.
Some people have to work, Sean.
Yeah, I got to go work too. Jeez. Why are you?
You collect welfare. You're a welfare
Yeah.
collector.
That's so I can pay people to use their bathrooms. That's the whole reason I do this. So when I'm on a trip, pay people to use their bathrooms.
I had about 15 prompts queued up. That's refactored duplicated code across the code base, and I have that running on the ultra mode. And so it's been doing that for the past like hour and a half.
Sorry, I haven't tried this with Codex yet. Does Codex have a goal equivalent? Like where you say, basically just keep doing this until this is true. It's like a loop construct.
No, not that I'm aware of. I just copy paste, and I'll just queue up the same identical command, and then I'll just go for a run or I'll go drive in or whatever.
So you're trying to do like a Ralph Wiggum loop then basically, but look up where a Ralph Wiggum loop is. Ralph Wiggum loop.
Who's Ralph Wiggum?
Ralph Wiggum is that like he's. You've seen The Simpsons, right? You know that kind of dopey kid who's like
that one.
Yeah, I think so. Well, not Bart, but yeah.
No, not Bart. Ralph the bully. Is it the bully?
Bully.
No. You collect coins. And then he'll like punch or take something.
No. He's like the dorky one who's like
the one with the glasses.
No. I mean, you could probably just look it up right in front of you, but for some reason, he picks his nose. He's got like hair that's like stringy, kind of a little bit chubby.
Oh, the skateboarder? No, you say chubby.
No, that's Bart.
No, I'm not. I know who Bart is. Bart's the star of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You mean Sideshow Bob?
Ralph Wiggum.
Sideshow Bob.
No, Ralph Wiggum. Look at it. You'll know exactly when you look him up. But for some reason, he got into like his name got used in AI for this thing called a Ralph Wiggum loop, where you just it literally just runs and it keeps feeding the prompt in over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I just keep copy pasting and I queue it up and then I just walk away.
But I think Ralph Wiggum is a GitHub repo that does that, like with these things. So, anyways. Alrighty. Well, yeah, we'll talk to you next week. And then I'll be off the week after. All right, see you. Bye.
Bye.